Welcome to the Learning Adda. Be happy. In a small village, there lived a woman named Sita. Sita was not rich. In fact, she was one of the poorest people in the village. She lived in a small, simple house made of mud and straw, with just one room. Sita had no fancy clothes, no jewels, and no money saved in a bank. But despite all this, she was always smiling. Sita was known as the happiest person in the village. Every day, Sita woke up early in the morning. She would start her day by singing a sweet song, and her voice would fill the air with joy. Sita had a small garden outside her house where she grew vegetables. She didn't have much land, but she made sure to take good care of it. She would water the plants, remove the weeds, and talk to her plants as if they were her friends. One day, a traveler passing through the village stopped to rest near Sita's house. He was tired and hungry, and Sita noticed him from her garden. Without thinking twice, she invited him in. "Please, come inside and have some food," Sita said with a warm smile. The traveler was surprised. He could see that Sita didn't have much, but she was offering him whatever she had. Sita brought him a simple meal of rice and vegetables. As they sat down to eat, the traveler asked, "You seem so happy, but you have so little. How do you stay so joyful?" Sita smiled and said, "Happiness doesn't come from having a lot of money or things. It comes from being content with what you have. I may not have much, but I have enough to eat, a roof over my head, and a heart full of love. That is all I need to be happy." The traveler was deeply moved by Sita's words. He realized that true happiness is not about wealth but about appreciating the simple things in life. After finishing his meal, he thanked Sita and continued his journey, feeling lighter and more joyful. As the days passed, news of Sita's happiness spread throughout the village. People started coming to her for advice whenever they were feeling sad or troubled. Sita would listen to their problems and then share her wisdom with them. One day, a rich merchant from the neighboring town heard about Sita. He was very wealthy but often felt unhappy. He decided to visit Sita and learn the secret to her happiness. The merchant arrived at Sita's house with a heavy heart. He was used to luxury and comfort, so he was surprised to see how Sita lived. Her house was small, her clothes were simple, and yet she looked more content than anyone he had ever seen. Sita welcomed the merchant with a big smile. She offered him a seat and said, "What brings you here, kind sir?" The merchant sighed and said, "I have everything money can buy, but I am not happy. I heard that you are always happy, so I came to learn your secret." Sita thought for a moment and then said, "Happiness is like a seed. You have to plant it in your heart and take care of it every day. You need to water it with kindness, let it grow with patience, and protect it from the storms of greed and anger. When you learn to be content with what you have and share your blessings with others, the seed of happiness will bloom inside you." The merchant was silent for a moment, thinking about Sita's words. He realized that he had been chasing after the wrong things in life. He had been so focused on earning more money and buying more things that he had forgotten the simple joys of life. The merchant thanked Sita and left, feeling a sense of peace he had not felt in a long time. He started to change his ways, giving more to those in need and finding joy in the little things around him. Slowly, he began to feel the happiness that Sita had spoken about. As for Sita, she continued to live her simple life in the village. She helped others whenever she could and always kept a smile on her face. Even when times were tough and she didn't have much to eat, Sita remained happy and content. She knew that happiness was not about what you have but about how you see the world. The villagers admired Sita and often said, Sita may be poor in wealth, but she is rich in happiness. And indeed, Sita's heart was full of joy, a joy that she shared with everyone around her. In the end, Sita taught the village a valuable lesson. True happiness comes from within. It's about being thankful for what you have, finding joy in simple things, and spreading love and kindness wherever you go. And so, the village where Sita lived became known as the happiest village, all because of one poor woman who chose to be happy in every situation. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story and learned something valuable. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that help you improve your English while inspiring your heart.